Hi, Ms. Davis. H. Allen with Fusion, right over here. Hi. So you're on How to Get Away with Murder. So clearly you're kind of an expert, which is amazing. So I wanted to ask you, do you think Stephen Avery is innocent or guilty from making a murderer?
You know what's amazing that I haven't seen it? Because I watch Forensic Files, I watch Snapped, I watch Dateline Mystery 48 Hours, and I've never watched that, so I cannot weigh in on that. I'm just completely enjoying the moment. We have become a society of trending topics. Diversity is not a trending topic. It's just not. I've always considered myself an actor since I got my equity card in 1988. I've never put any limitations on myself. I felt like I can play Chekhov, any character in Chekhov, in Shakespeare, in Miller, in August Wilson. I see myself as an actor. No matter what is going on in the business, I will find a way to practice my art. And all of the actors of color that I know don't place any limitations on themselves either. So regardless of what is going on with the Academy, regardless what is going on in Hollywood, they will find a way to be excellent. We always have and we always will.
Viola. Emily from L, how are you? Congratulations.
Hi.
I was curious, for you in your career, who has been your biggest advocate in the industry and how have they helped you?
Oh my God, who has been my biggest advocate? I have had so many advocates in the business, but I've had so many advocates. But I would have to say my biggest advocate has always been my parents. And the reason is because there is an imposter theory that happens as an actor that you just always feel that someone's going to find you out as the hack you are. You never feel good enough. I remember Marlon Brando said in one of his documentaries, there was a famous prima ballerina who said that he quoted it in his documentary, she said that if her life would be so happy if she could dance 1 minute perfectly. And I thought that was a really powerful statement because you never feel good enough as an actor. You never feel like your work is good enough. But your parents, my parents, have always been my biggest cheerleaders. They've always thought that I was fabulous. And that always gave me the foundation to try just a little bit harder, to get up when I felt down. Everyone else in the business, they come and go. Hi.
You look amazing. I'm Stacy from Black
Thank
Hollywood
you.
Live. What has your character as Annalise, what has it taught you about womanhood?
What it's taught me about, well, Annalise didn't teach me, I taught me. But what it's taught me about womanhood is that we are very complicated creatures. And it's also taught me that we wear the mask that grins and lies as women. That so much of our public personas have been created by our culture, and especially a male-dominated culture, that if we stay pretty, we'll be okay. If we stay nice, we'll just be fine. You know, if we stay what people define as feminine and beautiful, then we can get that check mark of acceptability. And what Annalise has taught me is to just be that firestorm, which is just human. To just be as messy and screwed up and beautiful and absolutely, essentially yourself as you humanly can. And it's given me a certain freedom. It really has. I always tell people, why do I have to have structure as Annalise? I think people should do what they want to do with the Oscars. If they want to watch it, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine. I think more importantly, I think that when you walk into a theater, whether it be a movie theater or a live theater, to be open to the experience of the story. I think that sometimes people feel like stories about people of color are not inclusive. They are very much inclusive. I mean, the works of August Wilson, which really pretty much made my career, is everyone's story. I mean, when you watch Annalise, she's not just a black woman, she is a woman going through her life, you know. And I feel like people forget that in our business, we can't act in a room. You need the actor, you need the writer, you need the director, and finally, you need the audience. So I'm just saying, plop your money down to see Race, to see Dope, to see Straight Outta Compton, to see Selma, to support directors like Ava DuVernay, you know, Lee Daniels, Spike Lee, that their stories are just as valid and as important as anyone else. That's more important than boycotting, is openness.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have time for one more question.
Brandy Within Style.
Hi.
Hi, first of all, your dress is beautiful.
Thank you.
I just wanted to know, what advice would you give someone who hasn't achieved their dreams just yet?
Well, you know, I sat down at a party once, and as life would have it, I sat down next to a life coach. And one of the things he told me is that everyone is told to follow their dreams. Everyone just is really focused on success. And so we do everything to achieve that success. But we forget the final stage, which is significance. And so I would tell anyone who has a dream, especially if it's in this business, to find the significance in it. Listen, I started out, I just wanted to act. I didn't have the speech, you know, planned with the toilet paper roll in the mirror. I didn't. I just wanted to be a great craftsperson. I wanted to move people. I was perfectly happy doing theater. I was making a living. I could pay my bills. I paid my student loans off. But I wanted to create because the joy of that, the joy of making people feel less alone, made me feel significant. And so that's what I would tell them, to follow their heart. You know, as cheesy as that may sound, listen, I'm 50 years old. It works. It's cheesy, but it works.
Thank you.